Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Three massively important players for the Reds, who, in February, we still don't have any idea whether they will be Liverpool players by July. In today's video, we have some huge Virgil van Dijk news and mid-latest, which we will dive into in today's video. Whilst also going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours, there is so much to discuss in today's video. So be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool left-back Andy Robertson is expecting an incredibly tough trip to Manchester City, despite their poor season continuing with their midweek Champions League exit. Pep Guardiola's men have won the last 4 Premier League titles, but this season the trophy looks set for Anfield, with the Reds entering the weekend with an 8-point cushion at the top. City are 17 points off the leaders, and reeling from Wednesday's bruising 3-1 playoff defeat at Real Madrid in the Champions League. But Robertson is expecting a reaction at the Etihad Stadium. It's still an incredibly tough place to go, the long-serving Liverpool left-back said. Certainly since I've been here, our record there isn't great from my memories. Maybe we've had a couple of draws and things like that. It's always been a tough place for us. They've got some fantastic players. Okay, they're maybe having a tough season, but I think they showed last weekend against Newcastle they can still steamroll teams. We have to be at our best. That's the only way to do it. And if we are at our best, then we believe we can cause any team problems. But it's going to be difficult. We need to recover, rest as much as we can because the schedule has been tough, but we'll be ready to go on Sunday. The whole squad has to be ready. The manager keeps on saying that. The lads on the bench have to be ready to make an impact. Once we get through the next 2 games, then we've got a little break where we've not got a game at the weekend. We just need to keep pushing through that, and if we do, then let's see where we're at after that. Liverpool have never won a top-flight away match against the Guardiola-coached City side, with their last Premier League victory at the Etihad Stadium coming in November 2015. Robertson is looking forward to challenge as the Reds look to kick on from their frustrating 2-2 draw at Aston Villa on Wednesday. That's, I suppose, the beauty of football. You never know how important certain results are until the end of the season, the Scotland International told Club Media. But we definitely had chances to get our noses back in front when it was 1 each in the first half. When we go to 2 each, we had the big chance. But look, it's part and parcel of football, and these lads will be in front of goal again, and they'll hopefully take their chances. We don't know if it's a point gain, 2 points dropped, whatever it will be, but we have to just keep pushing. I think the performance levels from everyone was good enough. We fought really hard and we have to take the point, and now we have to move on because the schedule is tough on us just now. In some huge Virgil van Dijk news, Virgil van Dijk thinks Liverpool fans will hear news on his contract in the next couple of months, but he still has no idea what will happen. With his contract expiring at the end of the season, Van Dijk has stayed quiet on the subject, but he has now shed some light on when we can expect to hear more information. Speaking to Sky Sports, Van Dijk said, "What will happen in the future? I have no idea, but I think in the next couple of months it will definitely be some information out. This could at least provide some clarity on the situation that sees the captain, along with Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold, all set to leave if new deals aren't agreed." Despite the impending end to his Reds career, Van Dijk insisted he is remaining calm and that his main focus is on the football. But negotiations have been going on for a while. He continued, "It's all about the next couple of months to make sure that we give everything. Obviously, we're still in 3 competitions and we want to be successful in all 3 of them, and that's the main focus. I've got very, very big plans in that sense. I want to make sure that this team is successful, and that's my main focus at the moment, and I can't speak obviously about personal conversations. That has been going on for a while. But I can only say that I'm fully committed to the club. I've mentioned it before, I love the club. I've had such an amazing time already, and let's see what the future brings, but as long as I'm calm, I think the rest of the world can stay calm as well. And when there is a definite answer on my future, then it will probably be out." Interviewer and former Reds skipper Jamie Redknapp then commented on Van Dijk's smile and composed body language. The Dutch defender responded, "I've always said I'm quite calm about it. It's funny, I remember when Gini Wijnaldum, obviously a friend of mine, was out of contract and in his last 6 months at the club. I said to him I can't believe how calm he was, but now being in the situation myself, I'm in a very good place, physically, mentally, and the only focus I'm having at the moment is trying to be successful with Liverpool. That's the main focus, and be the best captain I can be for the team and the club." While it is difficult to glean too much information from the interview, Van Dijk's body language and words could well be taken as a positive sign for supporters. In other news, Arne Slot says Liverpool cannot get wrapped up in what title rivals Arsenal are doing, as the Premier League leaders continue preparations for Sunday's tough trip to Manchester City. The Reds have an 8-point cushion at the top of the standings following Wednesday's hard-fought 2-2 draw at Aston Villa. But Arsenal, who have a game in hand, can cut that advantage before Liverpool take to the field at home to West Ham on Saturday afternoon. Slot is sure to be an interested observer, but reiterated that his side cannot afford to be distracted by what Mikel Arteta's Gunners do this weekend and for the rest of the season. I think the biggest question to be asked is from Man City because we face a strong team again, like we faced at Villa, the Liverpool boss said. Yeah, Arsenal plays before us, but we know that doesn't make the game easier or more difficult than we have against City. We know we have 12 games to play and Arsenal has 13 games to play. If we constantly look at Arsenal or what other teams are doing, that would not help us. We already know how difficult it is to go to the Etihad, so we don't need Arsenal to get involved in that even more. Cody Gakpo could return after 2 matches out through injury as Liverpool continue a challenging period before March's international break. Sunday's game at City is followed by a Premier League trip to Newcastle, who they will take on in the Carabao Cup final on March 16th. Liverpool also have Champions League last 16 fixtures, either side of a straightforward-looking home game against Southampton, with Paris Saint-Germain confirmed as the opponent at Friday's draw. At this stage of the competition, the quality of opponent is only going to be of a very high standard, and in PSG, we have drawn a team and a club with real European pedigree, Slot said. They qualified for the last 16 of the Champions League in style earlier this week, with a big win against Brest, and they had some really good results in the league phase, defeating Stuttgart, Manchester City, Girona, and Salzburg. As is the case with ourselves, PSG are top of their domestic league and are enjoying a long unbeaten run. This tells us all that we need to know about the challenge that we will face, but it is also a challenge that we will look forward to, knowing that we also fully deserve to be in the last 16. Of course, our immediate focus is on our upcoming Premier League fixtures, starting with Manchester City on Sunday, but we will be doing everything we can to ensure that we are in the best possible shape when the Champions League resumes. Finally, ahead of Liverpool's Premier League match against Man City, Mo Salah has revealed how the opposition's new signing, Marmoush, is like his little brother. Egypt now has not 1 but 2 players starring at the highest level of English football. Since Marmoush arrived from Eintracht Frankfurt for an initial £59 million, the attacker has impressed and had his best game yet last weekend. Against Newcastle, he scored a 14-minute hat-trick, which should go some way to warning Liverpool's defence of his quality. Salah can also help inform his teammates of the 26-year-old's threat, having played with him on the international stage. Speaking to Sky Germany, Salah said, "It's good, he's like a little brother. I told him that I'm always there if he needs anything. We've written to each other a few times and we've always spoken to each other in the national team. Our relationship is good." Marmoush played 108 times in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt, Stuttgart and Wolfsburg before moving to Manchester in January. Liverpool were linked repeatedly to the forward, but no bid ever appeared to materialise, and it was Man City who snapped him up on massive wages. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe for daily Liverpool content. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.